Hey, Sarah here, coming at you from a little bit of a different angle. Normally my thing is over here and I'm filming that way, but since my room is terribly messy now because I've started with what I told you before with the taking everything off the shelves, it's disgusting, and so I just decided to sit here on the floor and film a little bit. I haven't had a chance to film what I did for Dewey's 24-hour readathon, which now was a week ago, so I figured I would do that today. So I took to Twitter for the most part for this readathon. I didn't use the other alternate places where you could go, and I really actually, to be honest, I don't feel like I was incredibly active this readathon, and I was in such a book hangover that I really didn't read as much as I would have liked, but it is okay. I read 3 books in their entirety and 1,042 pages, so I guess it wasn't that bad. And I read from 8 o'clock in the morning till like 2 in the morning-ish. And then I tweeted what I did, and then I immediately started to read Outlander on my Kindle, so technically I read until 3:30 in the morning, and I read about 6% of Outlander that I didn't account for. But whatever, for the purposes of this, 3 books. The first book that I read during the readathon was Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. This book came out, let me check, in 2012, which really was like the height of the dystopian thing, and that's what this is. It's a sort of dystopian sci-fi book. I wouldn't say that it was anything crazy and spectacular, or I mean, because we've, you know, collectively as a booktube group have read this book so many times before. But what I will say for it, because it has the typical, you know, girl from under the dome meets the boy that's out in the wild, and they end up trooping across the across the country, and you know, going all over the place. And I give her mad props because she dealt with the period. Yes, it is one of my beefs in books when people are going across like the Sahara Desert, and miraculously the girl in the book doesn't menstruate. Like, I can't even. So the fact that this was in the book and was like such a main part of the book, I had to give it an extra star for that, because not many authors have the guts to deal with the period. So I gave it 3 stars, which still wasn't like a really great high rating. But again, I'm in a real bad book hangover from North and South still. I don't even want to read anything. So did that. Checked it off. I don't know whether I'll continue on because, to be honest, it's been a week and I've kind of already forgotten what's going on, so we'll see. Then I grabbed this book that's been on my shelf, Wild Wicked Scott by Julia London. This is the first book in the Highland Groom series, and this is about a girl who is married to a Scottish laird, and she runs away from the marriage, goes back and lives with her father, and I guess this is in the 1700s someplace. Then her father sends her back to spy. Anyway, I was kind of disappointed. Julia London's books tend to be a bit more humorous and witty than this one was, so I was a bit let down, to be honest. I expected more from this. It is from, I don't read a whole lot of Scottish books, where just, I don't know why, but so I haven't read about this time period as much, so that was kind of interesting, but I don't know, I kind of expect more from her, and it was just an okay historical read for me. It had some of the typical no communication issues, and you know, anyway, it was all right. As you can see, I'm just really not into any of these books. I really just want to read North and South again. Then I started a new cozy mystery series, a Teapot collector mystery. This is Tempest in a Teapot, and this is by Amanda Cooper. And this was very cute as well. This is about a girl named Sophie who goes and lives with her grandmother. She owned a restaurant in New York City and it went under, and so she went up to live with her grandmother, and her grandmother owns a tea shop, and there's a competing tea shop next door, and a murder happens and they have to find out who done it. this is cute, but I couldn't help comparing it to my favorite tea shop mystery book series by Laura Childs. And it, of course, fell short because there's nothing quite like that. I didn't guess who done it, so that was good. Not that I'm like the swiftest with that, but so that was good. I will continue. I think I have a couple more of the books in this series, just because I view these as kind of palate cleansers. I usually like them. But again, I'm in a really nasty reading mood, and so anyway, those are the 3 books that I read, and it's kind of unfortunate. I don't feel like I could even recommend them to anyone. But they're off my TBR, so I guess that's good. So I'm currently reading Outlander because I started it, even though it's Victober, and Outlander is so not part of Victober. And I'm reading 3 Men in a Boat for Victober. But I'm not getting anywhere any quickly with these books, so we'll see. I don't have very much time to read because October is ending pretty soon, so we will see what I end up doing and reading and getting to, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.